What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the WTAPS collaboration with New Balance on the 990 V2 in this Quarry colorway. Today's video was sponsored by Heffelux. So Heffelux is my favorite go-to sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which essentially is the same material as Adidas Boost. So if you're looking for some added comfort in your shoes, then be sure to check out their site down below. So depending on the insole thickness and the type of cushioning setup you're looking for, there's a type of insole for everybody. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and I definitely stand by their product. They really make your shoes feel that much more comfortable. So be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout to get 15% off your entire order, and be sure to tell them I sent you. WTAPS is a world famous Japanese fashion label, and they recently teamed up with New Balance to release this 990 V2 collaboration. So this initially released here in North America on September 3rd, but then there was a follow-up release here in Canada on September 8th, and these retailed for a price of $260 US or 330 Canadian. The official style code for this shoe is M990WT2, and this is a made in USA New Balance shoe. So diving into the details of this shoe, looking straight at the toe box, the base layer here is constructed out of this gray colored mesh and has a bit of a bluish tone to it. Overlaid on top of the sides of the toe box, we have this gray colored nubuck, and in the center, right before the laces, we have this textured gray colored leather. Wrapping around the front edge of the toe box, we have more of this dark gray colored nubuck, and then the entire quarter panel or side panel of both sides of the shoe, this is constructed out of a lighter shade of gray nubuck. In the middle, we have the New Balance N logo, which is entirely constructed out of this silver reflective 3M material, and then moving downwards, the top two eyelets are done in this gray colored TPU, and we have more of that textured leather that we saw earlier on the toe box. Next to this, we have more of that bluish gray colored mesh, and then wrapping around the back heel, we have more of that dark gray nubuck, and we have USA debossed on the lateral side. In the middle, we have this oval shaped cutout, which reveals this WTAPS branding along with this backing of reflective silver 3M, and at the very top, we have another hit of this textured leather. Surrounding the bottom of the back heel, we have this dark gray colored TPU heel clip, which gives you added structure and stability for the back end of the sneaker. For the laces, so these come with these flat style light gray laces, but they also come with a secondary pair of darker gray colored laces as well. Underneath this, the tongue is constructed out of that same mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box, but there's this overlay on the very top, which again is that textured leather, and we have 990 New Balance made in USA branding embroidered in white. Moving on to the insoles, these come with a well-padded foam insole. It's lined in this gray finish on the top, and we have both New Balance and WTAPS co-branding stamped on the heel in white. So the upper of the New Balance 990 V2 sits atop this very chunky gray colored foam midsole. The midsole is constructed out of Absorb, which is one of New Balance's proprietary cushioning technologies, and on the lateral side of the back heel, we have this window exposing the visible Absorb foam. Turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your outsole, which is constructed out of black and gray colored rubber. We have visible Absorb branding on the forefoot, along with New Balance branding towards the back heel. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these WTAPS New Balance 990 V2. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like all my other 990 V2s, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and normally I recommend sticking true to size for the 990 V2 silhouette. However, when I was trying to buy these, size 10 was sold out and I could only grab a 9.5. So trying them on, they fit a little bit snug, but overall they actually weren't too bad. So I'd say if you have narrow, normal, or slightly wide feet and you prefer more of a snug one-to-one fit, you can definitely go a half size down. But if you're more of a wide footer and you prefer more of a roomy fit in the toe box, you should definitely stick true to size. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also go a half size down in other New Balance silhouettes like the 990 V3, V4, V5, along with the 550, the 992, and the 993. And in comparison, I stick true to size or a size 10 usually in the 990 V2, the 997, the 1500, and the 1530. Moving on to comfort, so overall the 990 V2 is a decently comfortable shoe. The entire foam midsole is constructed out of Absorb, so with that said, it feels pretty good on feet. It's not going to be a shoe that's overly soft, super mushy, and there's not too much responsiveness, but in terms of an everyday casual use shoe, they feel pretty good on feet. I like that there's both cushioning and support, and it's a shoe I can probably wear for many hours in a day without feeling fatigue or pain in the arches of my feet. Last but not least, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so all in all, I was pretty impressed. The material quality I thought was pretty premium. All the nubucks they used on the shoe had a nice premium finish to it. And this being a made in USA shoe, my expectations were pretty high for craftsmanship and they didn't really disappoint. The build, in my opinion, was fine. I had no visible issues with my pair at all, so solid job from New Balance. So with all that out of the way now, let's lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. I'll be honest, when I first saw the images of this collaboration, I was a little bit underwhelmed. However, the more pictures I saw and getting them in hand, it definitely changed my mind. I think I didn't really appreciate the nuances of all the different shades of gray at first, but when you really have them in hand and throw them on feet, you can really see all the different components stand out on their own. It's kind of like a celebration of gray, where all the different grays are slightly different from one another, and in a sense it's kind of one of those if you know sort of shoes. Either way though, gray is super wearable and super versatile, so I think this pair pairs up perfectly with a ton of different looks and a ton of different outfits, especially in the upcoming fall and winter seasons. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this WTAPS New Balance 990 V2. What are your overall thoughts on this collaboration? Are you guys feeling this whole gray look to it, or is it a little bit too boring and a little bit overrated in your eyes? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. You can also check out my podcast called the Channel 8 Podcast. So the video version I upload right here on my YouTube channel, but if you're looking to stream just the audio only version, you can check it out on most of your podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and Podbean. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way. And until next time, I'll catch you guys all in my next video.